We all have habits, some good and some bad, but sometimes we're not aware of how they're affecting us. These 7 habits, in particular, can have a significant impact on our overall well-being, including our motivation and energy levels. So, let's dive in and see what they are. Habit 1: Lack of sleep. The first habit we're going to talk about is lack of sleep. We all know how important it is to get a good night's sleep, but many of us still don't prioritize it enough. Sleep plays a crucial role in our physical and mental health, and when we don't get enough of it, it can lead to a number of negative consequences, including decreased cognitive function, mood changes, and an increased risk of physical health problems. So, how much sleep do we need? Adults typically need 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night, while teenagers and children need more. However, it's not just the amount of sleep that's important, but also the quality. Here are some tips for improving your sleep habits. Establish a consistent bedtime routine, and try to stick to it even on weekends. Create a comfortable sleep environment, including a cool and dark room, comfortable mattress, and pillows. Avoid caffeine, nicotine, and alcohol before bed, as they can interfere with sleep. Limit screen time before bed, as the blue light can disrupt your body's natural sleep-wake cycle. Habit 2: Skipping breakfast. The second habit we're going to talk about is skipping breakfast. Breakfast is often called the most important meal of the day, and for good reason. After a night of fasting, our bodies need fuel to get going in the morning. When we skip breakfast, we're depriving our bodies of essential nutrients and energy to start the day. The negative effects of skipping breakfast can include decreased cognitive function, mood changes, and an increased risk of weight gain and chronic diseases. So, what can we do to make sure we're not skipping breakfast? Plan ahead and prepare breakfast the night before, or even for the entire week. Opt for quick and easy breakfast options, like smoothies or overnight oats. Make breakfast a priority, and allocate enough time in the morning to eat a balanced meal. Habit 3: Sedentary lifestyle. The third habit we're going to talk about is leading a sedentary lifestyle. In today's world, many of us spend a significant amount of time sitting, whether it's at work, in front of a computer, or while watching TV. While sitting itself isn't necessarily bad, it's the lack of physical activity that's concerning. Regular physical activity is important for motivation and energy, as it can improve mood, cognitive function, and overall health. On the other hand, a sedentary lifestyle can lead to increased risk of chronic disease and decreased cognitive function. Here are some tips for incorporating physical activity into your daily routine. Take frequent breaks to stretch or walk, especially if you have a job that requires you to sit for long periods of time. Find enjoyable physical activities, such as dancing, swimming, or hiking, and make them a regular part of your routine. Set fitness goals and track your progress to stay motivated. Habit 4: Cluttered environment. The fourth habit we're going to talk about is having a cluttered environment. While clutter might seem like a minor annoyance, it can actually have a significant impact on our motivation and energy levels. A cluttered space can lead to increased stress, decreased productivity, and difficulty focusing. The negative effects of clutter can also extend to our physical health, as clutter can lead to an increased risk of accidents and health hazards. So, what can we do to declutter and organize our living and workspaces? Implement a cleaning schedule and make sure to stick to it. Use storage solutions, such as baskets or shelves, to keep items organized and off the floor. Get rid of items that are no longer needed or bring you joy. Habit 5: Negative self-talk. The fifth habit we're going to talk about is negative self-talk. We all have an inner voice that can either be supportive or critical. When we engage in negative self-talk, we're undermining our confidence and self-esteem, which can have a significant impact on our motivation and energy levels. The negative effects of negative self-talk can also include increased stress and anxiety. So, what can we do to change our negative self-talk into positive affirmations? Practice gratitude and focus on the things that you're thankful for. Focus on your strengths and celebrate your accomplishments. Challenge negative thoughts and replace them with positive affirmations. Habit 6: Procrastination. The sixth habit we're going to talk about is procrastination. We've all been guilty of putting off tasks or projects until the last minute, but procrastination can have a significant impact on our motivation and energy levels. When we procrastinate, we're often increasing our stress levels and decreasing our productivity. This can lead to missed deadlines and decreased quality of work. So, what can we do to overcome procrastination? Break tasks into smaller, more manageable steps. Set deadlines for yourself and hold yourself accountable. Create a schedule or to-do list and prioritize tasks based on importance and urgency. Habit 7: Unhealthy diet. The seventh and final habit we're going to talk about is having an unhealthy diet. What we eat plays a crucial role in our physical and mental health, and an unhealthy diet can have a significant impact on our motivation and energy levels. The negative effects of an unhealthy diet can include an increased risk of weight gain, heart disease, and diabetes. So, what can we do to incorporate healthy food choices into our daily routines? Meal prep and plan ahead so you always have healthy options available. Increase your intake of fruits and vegetables, and limit your intake of processed foods and sugary beverages. Choose nutrient-dense foods such as lean proteins, whole grains, and healthy fats. Conclusion. So, there you have it, 7 daily habits that could be destroying your motivation and energy levels. By identifying these habits and making small changes to your daily routine, you can improve your overall well-being and feel more motivated and energized. Remember to prioritize sleep, make time for breakfast, incorporate physical activity, declutter your environment, practice positive self-talk, overcome procrastination, and choose a healthy diet. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.